You think you know what happens when you play the elevator game, but what if I told you that someone else might already be waiting for you on that forbidden 10th floor? This actually happened to me last month, and I'm still trying to process what I experienced. For those unfamiliar, the elevator game is an urban legend ritual that supposedly transports you to an alternate dimension. You need a building with at least 10 floors, and you follow a specific sequence of button presses while riding alone. Floor 4, then 2, then 6, then 2 again, then 10. If done correctly, you'll allegedly reach a twisted version of the 10th floor that exists outside our reality. I was staying at a downtown hotel during a business trip when I decided to try it. The building was old, with that vintage elevator that creaks and groans between floors. It was past midnight and the lobby was completely empty. Perfect conditions, I thought. I stepped in the elevator and began the sequence. 4th floor, 2nd floor, 6th floor, 2nd floor again. Each time the doors opened to reveal empty hallways bathed in dim fluorescent lighting. My heart was pounding as I pressed the button for the 10th floor, half expecting nothing to happen. But the elevator lurched upward. When the doors finally opened, I knew immediately something was wrong. The hallway stretched impossibly long in both directions, lined with doors that seemed to multiply as I looked at them. The air felt thick and oppressive, like breathing through wet fabric. Red emergency lighting cast everything in an eerie crimson glow. That's when I heard the humming. Someone was humming a melody I didn't recognize, coming from somewhere deeper in the corridor. My rational mind screamed at me to get back in the elevator, but curiosity won. I stepped out, and the elevator doors closed behind me with a finality that made my stomach drop. The humming grew louder as I walked toward it. Each door I passed had a different number, but they weren't sequential. Room 847, then 23, then 1492. The carpet beneath my feet felt spongy and wrong, like walking on something organic. I found the source of the humming at the end of the hallway. A woman in a 1950s dress sat in a chair that hadn't been there moments before. Her back was to me, and she was humming that same haunting melody while brushing her long black hair. When I whispered hello, she stopped humming but didn't turn around. She spoke in a voice that sounded like it was coming from the bottom of a well. She said she'd been waiting for someone to find her, that she'd been playing the elevator game for decades and could never leave. She warned me that staying too long would trap me too, that the dimension feeds on visitors and grows stronger with each person who doesn't escape. I ran back toward where the elevator should have been, but the hallway had changed. The doors were different, the numbers scrambled. Panic set in as I realized I might be stuck forever like her. Then I heard the familiar ding of elevator doors opening. I sprinted toward the sound and dove inside just as they began to close. When I pressed the first floor button, I'd never been so relieved to see those familiar lobby tiles.